Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we're diving deep into SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Friday, the 13th of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of -0.43. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this timeframe. The ETF has experienced natural fluctuations, with a gain of 0.99%. This results in an average return of 0.07% per day, since it was designated as hold or accumulate. The exchange-traded fund lies in the upper part of a wide and strong rising trend in the short term. This situation typically presents a favorable selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a reaction back toward the lower part of the trend can be anticipated. A breakout above the top trend line at $604.67 would initially indicate a stronger rate of increase. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential 10.62% change over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from -0.151% to 12.04%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 4.62%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from -12.10% to 8.93% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $524.75 and $650.33. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline, Weaker Technical Forecast for SPDR S&P 500 as ETF downgraded to hold, accumulate. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price declined by 1.12% on the last trading day, which was Friday, the 13th of June, 2025, dropping from $603.75 to $597. During this trading day, the ETF experienced a fluctuation of 0.252%, ranging from a low of $595.50 to a high of $597. The price has increased in 6 out of the last 10 days and is up by 1.29% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has risen on the last day by 21 million shares, although this occurred alongside falling prices. This may serve as an early warning, indicating that the risk may increase slightly over the next couple of days. In total, 84 million shares were traded, amounting to approximately $50.35 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price for the ETF was $613.23, while the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price stands 2.65%, or $16.23, below the 52-week high of $613.23, which also marks the all-time high for this ETF. Today, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, commonly referred to as SPY, has experienced a decline amid heightened tensions between Israel and Iran. Despite this downturn, a majority of analysts remain optimistic, predicting that the S&P 500 could reach new all-time highs later this year, particularly if it can break the critical technical level of 6,079. Recent geopolitical developments have introduced volatility, pushing the index below 6,000, but there are signs of resilience with buyers stepping in to support the market after initial sell-offs. In the technology sector, stocks such as Nvidia and Apple have experienced declines, while oil companies like Exxon have benefited from rising prices. Furthermore, the recent debut of Coinbase in the S&P 500 represents a significant moment for both the company and the cryptocurrency industry, providing a fresh narrative that could further bolster investor sentiment. Consumer sentiment has improved, rising to 60.5, even as year-ahead inflation expectations have decreased. This may suggest a stable economic outlook that could support market recovery. the mixed signals from current events and economic indicators indicate that while challenges exist, the long-term trajectory for SPY remains optimistic if the overall economic fundamentals continue to support growth. In the short term, however, it is important to monitor ongoing volatility as market participants respond to geopolitical tensions. The following signals have been identified for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. However, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is an overall buy signal for the ETF, indicating a positive forecast. As the ETF continues to rise, it will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $600.58. Conversely, if the ETF declines, it will find support from the long-term average at around $581.80. A breakout above the short-term average will generate a buy signal, while a breakdown below the long-term average will result in a sell signal. Some negative signals have also been issued, which may influence the near short-term development. A sell signal was triggered from a pivot top point on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and so far, it has dropped by 1.12%. Further declines are indicated until a new bottom pivot is established. Additionally, a sell signal is currently present from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, commonly known as MACD. Volume increased as prices fell yesterday, which may serve as an early warning, suggesting that the ETF should be monitored more closely. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal 2 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 4 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal 36 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal 32 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal 37 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 25 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages shows a buy signal 14 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF is testing a support level, as breaking this level may lead to a decline to the next support level. In this case, SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. If this support is breached, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. Generally, the ETF tends to exhibit controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk is considered very low. Over the last day, the ETF moved $1.50 between its high and low, which is approximately 0.252%. For the past week, the ETF has experienced an average daily volatility of 0.639%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at $599.14. If you do not currently own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be breached before entering a position. For those who already hold the ETF, this could be a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it may present a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $578.70, representing a decline of 3.06%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily movements, resulting in a minimal risk profile. Additionally, a sell signal has emerged from a pivot top identified 1 day ago. Is the SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good buy? The SPDR S&P 500 holds several negative signals, indicating it may be a candidate for selling. However, given the potential for a turnaround, it might be wise to consider it a hold or accumulate position while waiting for further developments. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical outlook, we have revised our analysis conclusion for this ETF from a strong buy to a hold or accumulate candidate since the last evaluation. After assessing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Monday, the 16th of June, we anticipate the SPDR S&P 500 ETF will open lower by 50 cents, starting at $596.50. It is important to remember that trading carries a significant risk of financial loss. We strongly encourage you to consult with a financial advisor prior to making any decisions regarding the purchase or sale of securities. Your investment choices should not be solely based on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you accept responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current perspective on the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at Stock Invest.